Hello. Is there anybody out there? Can you see us? Hello. Just give us a hi below if you can see this video is on. Let me just check. Is it working? Are we live? Yes, I can see that we are live right now. That's great. Wonderful. Let me just make sure that it is going out public. Just give me a second. Okay, yes, we are public. So I'm here with a very special guest today, Mattias Boden. Have I said that correctly?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. So you have recently been awarded certified EFT practitioner, and today you've also got certified inner child matrix practitioner and certified EFT advanced practitioner. And you came to us when you were already a qualified practitioner, you were already a qualified coach, you were in South America, is that right? You were in South America. You were traveling and you were working with different people and you were giving sessions. And it was such a gift to have met you. It was such a gift to have connected with you, all that time ago. And the reason I am really proud to award this today is because of you. You have a wonderful style where you connect from your heart with the client that you're working with. You create a beautiful, safe space. And you're kind of plugged into some universal energy, whatever you want to call it, where information comes into your awareness. We can call it intuition, we can call it channeling, whatever it is. And when you're working with someone, you have this innocence about you, this sweetness about you. You don't assume, you wait, for the information to come in. And if it does, you kind of gently guide that person. And in fact, even our alumni that has worked with you, and I've seen some of the comments they've written on our Facebook page, they would say, yeah, they remember the session, like, yeah, when I worked with you, I had that challenge, and then I don't have that challenge anymore. Thank you so much. So I am thrilled, 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 thrilled for you. And more importantly, Matthias, I think I'm thrilled for the people that you are going to be working with, because they are going to find home, they're going to find safety, they're going to find non-judgment, and they're going to find a safe space to unravel, unwind, and then figure out who they are, what do they want in life, and move forward. So many, many, many congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very great, especially after those kind of words, and I'm feeling excited as well for the future, like what to come. And yeah, just it's great. Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
beautiful. So you can all see just from this brief interaction how heart connected Matthias is. I mean, he's a very heart connected person. Like everything comes from here. There are no masks, no hidden hymns. The truth is just here, and that's what makes him so reliable and trustworthy. And that's the reason people want to work with him because they get what they see on the tin. There's no one trying to make someone do something they don't want to do. So, Matthias, tell us a little bit about EFT. So, you already knew EFT beforehand. You were already working with it. You were already seeing clients. Tell us a little bit about what is it that you particularly love about EFT?
What I love about EFT, it's quite an intuitive process I found,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and that it helps to cut through the layers of emotions,
Mm-hmm.
and which also helps to open up the heart. Like I think that's the main thing I like about it. And for me personally, it was like when I found EFT, it was from like I've been cleaning with a brush almost, like so
Mm-hmm.
finding out myself a vacuum cleaner. That
Mm-hmm.
was how it was for me. Like I've used modalities in the past and they
Mm-hmm.
worked. I had progress with them, but once I found EFT, it just was a game changer for me.
Mm-hmm. What a beautiful, simple metaphor as well that someone can get it because You're right. We probably do our own method of cleaning, before we find therapy or coaching. And maybe it is a brush, maybe it's a dustpan, maybe it's a duster. But yes, when we discover EFT, it's sort of this vacuum, it's like deep, this goes into all the hidden spaces that's not visible, to the naked eye. And afterwards, like when you've just cleaned your room, you're like, oh, you feel like so like, oh, relaxed, and you can put your feet up and you can chill and you can just, like let the world, you don't have to worry about all the dirt that's built up. So I love that beautiful analogy. What did you get from Inner Child Matrix? What did you get from that kind of working?
For me, Inner Child Matrix is a bit different because it's like having a conversation with my subconscious mind. So it's like asking questions to the nothingness and just wait for the answers, which actually helps with the intuition even more. Is something that I found. And also for me, like here in Sweden, can be quite many people that are quite dissociated with their emotions. So this actually helped to work with it, even though they're not in contact with them. So
Mm, mm,
that's I found like the main difference for me with
mm,
ICM comparing with like
mm, mm,
EFT.
mm.
Yes.
You described that so beautifully, and you've made it so practical for anyone to really understand it in terms of what is inner child work. Because what is the inner child? You're absolutely right. It's to do with our unconscious, our subconscious. It's how we have stored the past version of events, how we have stored the past version of our beliefs, how we have stored the past version of our emotions. And of course, we've stored the past version really beautifully of amazing things that have happened in our life. Maybe it was graduation, or perhaps if someone got married, or if they were in a great relationship, or they had a fabulous family togetherness. Of course, we've stored all of that in our unconscious. And then we've also stored in our unconscious the pain, the hurt, the betrayal, the mistrust, the guilt, the past memories of being let down. And if not resolved in the unconscious, they can become like this ball of like wool that's all entangled up. And because
Mhm.
it's all kind of messed up in there, and hence comes the overthinking, hence comes the perfectionism, hence comes the overly sensitive, and all those other things. The reason people will come to see you, they're like, Mattias, I'm perfectionism, or I'm overthinking, or I'm anxious, I'm depressed, I need your help. Like they're just coming with the surface stuff that's around the edges. And it's because the unconscious has this messed up ball on the inside of all these kind of unresolved beliefs. And so you sort of go in there like slowly, like, open up the sort of the wool bundle little bit by little bit. So, oh, what do we have here? And just allow them just to accept whatever it is. We have a memory from 7 years old when you were bullied in the playground. Okay, I accept myself. This pain happened and I welcome this pain. And okay, I'm okay now. I can be safe now. And so you kind of help them unravel it and then kind of put it back together as well for them. And you're so right. There are a group of people who maybe find it really hard to feel their emotions, find it really hard to express their emotions, or even know what an emotion is, because the conditioning is to be professional. We don't cry, we are strong. And so that messed up ball is there, and then there's a dissociation that there's even a messed up ball, and then there's a dissociation that I'm even feeling anything. And so you're so right that you first kind of energetically, gently, without holding the hand of the person, you hold the hand of the person and you let them know it's okay. This is allowed. And whatever you're feeling is okay. And if you can't talk about your feeling, that's also okay. And let's now focus on the past you and what they felt. And this is a safe space for you to speak the truth. So I loved how you described that. Thank you so much.
And I think it's easier to become more like emotionally honest when
Mm,
reminding yourself the answers come from our
mm,
past child and it's not from us
mm,
in now. So then it
mm,
becomes easier for us to share
mm,
that too. Is something that I've noticed
mm.
also.
I love the term you used, emotionally
Honest.
honest. I
Mhm.
love that, emotionally honest, because sometimes we are not emotionally honest with ourselves. And you're right, EFT, inner child, they are a process of being emotionally honest with ourselves and then eventually others in our lives as well, and set those boundaries. Yeah, you're right. And what did you get from EFT Advanced?
EFT Advanced, it was a deepening, like it gave me more tools to, go in with, it's like this enhancing glass, so I can really go in and check at at a detail level more, is something
Mm,
that I found. And also a more of a creative process, which
mm, mm,
makes it more fun too, I
mm,
think. It's
mm,
something that I like. And
mm,
also the way, like when we can use shadow work,
mm, mm,
that it's easier to find triggers when we
mm,
see it in others sometimes than in ourselves. So I found it very useful and funny,
mm.
creative. Yes.
Funny, yeah. Thank you for describing it in that way. And so you've been working with clients, and so just share with us, some of, the cases you've worked on, of course, maintaining their confidentiality, and, what do they come with? What did they get? What has been your experience in terms of using these techniques with others?
So like one big theme I worked around is firstly social anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
people having trouble like approaching people or going to social gatherings, or like going to Facebook lives, for example. Like this for me now is a bit of a challenge, but I'm sitting here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I found, like the thing that the people that I helped, they have been mirrored my path a bit. So the things that I worked on, this kind of people have come into my space too. So there will be
Mm,
social anxiety and also performance anxiety. It can be at work or before exams, or
mm,
even like musical performances too. Also, and also one big theme has been like boundary setting too, which can
mm,
be with the partner, or they can be with their boss, or yeah, it's overall like setting boundaries, and
mm,
like being okay with being angry too. Like
mm,
met a lot of people that has been suppressing their anger, which
mm,
uh, which has been very fun to work around. Actually, one of my favorite topics to work with, and also procrastination as well, something that showed up lately.
mm,
And also one thing is like just overall satisfaction in life. Like there's so many
mm,
people like putting the bar so high before they can feel like something is good enough,
mm,
or they can feel
mm,
some type of achievement. So while like lowering that bar, they can feel more achievement and
mm,
therefore more satisfaction and more good enough. Yes.
mm. Those are such wonderful themes to work with. And I loved how you touched on anger, and you loved working, in this area, because one of the things that really struck me is how universal anger is actually. There probably isn't a single human being on this planet that has never got angry in their life at some point in their life, whether it's inner directed anger or outward directed anger. But there's so much shame around admitting, that I have got angry, or there's so much guilt around I've
Mhm.
got angry and now I'm a bad person. I'm a terrible person. How could I get angry like that? And so it's wonderful that it's an area you enjoy, you know, because it's a much needed area where people can really forgive themselves, you know, for having got angry and do the deep work and be able to express how they feel to the people that they love. Because on the whole, we tend to get angry with someone we know and love versus
Mhm.
someone we don't. And it's just wonderful to create that space where they can be in their authentic truth and they can share, you know, how they're feeling, and the people on the receiving end, they get that their anger is not about them, but
Mhm.
their anger is about the person who's getting angry, and so they would no longer take it personally. So I love that. And I hope they teach this in schools one day as well. That is, you know, like you have like instead of physical education, you know, I hope the kids have emotional education where they kind of can scream and shout every day for 10 minutes, get it off their chest, or maybe they could be sad or lonely or and it's so normal to feel all these emotions. So I love how you describe that. Thank you. And also, thank you for your vulnerability in sharing about the social anxiety. It takes so much courage to do something like that. And I guess there may be other people who are watching this who really relate to the theme of social anxiety. Would you be okay if we just do a little bit of tapping together in case anyone is ever kind of watching it and, you know, where they can just maybe explore just a little bit on the sort of surface end for themselves, just to take the edge off it. Are you okay if you follow along, if I just do a little bit of general tapping? I'm not doing any specific tapping. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
So whoever's watching this, just begin by tapping. Yeah, you can have a look at Matthias who's got his hands. That's perfect. Tapping here. This is known as the karate chop. And I'll kind of lead and then Matthias will follow, even though
Even though
I get anxious sometimes.
I get anxious sometimes,
I have social anxiety at times.
I have social anxiety at times.
And this FB Live
And this FB Live
is hard.
is hard.
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And we're just going to keep it really simple using your words. This social anxiety,
This social anxiety,
this FB Live,
this FB Live,
I find it hard.
I find it hard.
This social anxiety,
The social anxiety.
I just get anxious
I just get anxious
about social situations,
about social situations,
about situations that involve other people,
about situations that involve other people,
that involve being social.
that involve being social.
I get so uncomfortable.
I get so uncomfortable.
I prefer not to go.
I prefer not to go.
I would rather hide.
I would rather hide.
I would rather somebody else go.
I would rather somebody else go. Yes.
Yeah. Even though I get so scared
Even though I get so scared
of social situations
of social situations.
and I'm working on it.
And I'm working on it.
And I would rather somebody else do it.
I would rather somebody else do it.
I still love and accept myself.
I still love and accept myself.
Lovely. So I'm going to just hold this point here between the little finger, known as the nine gamut, and we'll just gently breathe in and let it out. Thank you so much for doing that together.
Thank you.
So for everyone watching, that was just like the first general statement. And what I could have also done is asked him for a number for his social anxiety and where in the body it was. But I was just doing them as general statements. And then when Matthias is working with you, he'll go deeper. He'll explore the memories. When did it begin? The triggers, the beliefs, what do you want, and then what's the future you want to create. So that's sort of like a very high level treatment plan when working with something known as social anxiety. So tell me this, you've got 3 certifications, or well, 2 of them today. What's the plan now? What would you like to do now? Like, what's your plan with using all of these, and how would you like to use them?
So there's the personal growth, and then there's also the professional path. And for the personal growth, I would like to like expand myself even more, like be able to be more like group settings, taking up more space, maybe being on stage, whether it be like doing a talk or performing musically through singing or playing guitar or dancing can be. So there's one part of it, and like in the end, like the end goal that I would like to reach to is like that my environment limits me from doing what I want to do or who I want to be as little as possible. Meaning,
Mm,
when I ask myself in an environment like, what do I want to do now? I don't want the environment from limiting me from doing something.
mm, 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 mm,
Like, for example, 2 years ago, I asked me that question on the gym,
mm, mm, mm,
and I felt like I wanted to dance, but I couldn't do it because it was embarrassing. Like nobody else was doing it.
mm,
But then I started doing it anyway. Now I'm the only one dancing at the gym because of that, and
mm,
I want that to implement in other areas too. Like if I would feel like bringing the
mm,
guitar to the beach, even though there's people there, I want to do that. I did
mm,
this week, but I
mm,
just like a couple of people there, but I don't want it to matter if like it's 100 people there or 5 people there. So
mm,
that's my end goal with it, like in the personal growth. And for the professional part, like when I look back, like one big theme that I've been working on, like the red thread, is perfectionism and all related issues with that, whether it be
mm,
performance anxiety or social anxiety or procrastination or just overall self-esteem and
mm,
self-confidence or boundary setting. That's where I find my passion is.
I love that. So you're really wanting to express yourself more and to sort of overcome any barriers that you've had that have prevented you from doing it, and to really make peace with what will others think, and what if I don't get it perfect, and maybe imperfectly perfect is perfect enough. I love that. So beautifully shared. And how did you find the training? You've done lots of other training. You've done training before you came to us as well. What was your experience of the training and the training environment for EFT, ICM, and EFT Advanced?
What I really like is like it gave me some structure, like from the beginning, like when receiving a client to the end when we say goodbye to the client, like give me some structure in my sessions. It really
Mhm,
helped me, but also like deepening my skills, but also deepening like my personal peace progress as well.
mhm,
Is what I found very useful, and also the community, like with the Vitality Living College as well.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm.
it's been awesome. Yes.
Thank you so much. And are there any final wisdom or tips that you want to share with someone that maybe is either into perfectionism, or they don't know what is EFT or inner child and EFT advanced? Is there any like wisdom or tips or advice you want to give people listening in?
So it can be to those suffering with like the inner critic.
Mm,
Going on is to use the kryptonite, which is self-compassion, self-acceptance, and
mm,
self-love as much as possible,
mm,
and not have that bar that I was talking about, setting that so high, but setting short-term goals and giving yourself a pat on the back during that path to that long-term goal, which
mm,
will help to be more, may sound counterproductive, but it actually make you more productive in the end, make you
Mm,
procrastinate less, and make you feel over more, like more satisfaction in life.
mm.
Yes.
Those are beautiful closing words. Self-compassion and self-love, the formula to like so many things. And I guess it's the journey that we all are on, including myself. And it's a journey that there are days when I fall down, and there are days when I'm able to pick myself up. There are days when I'm able to fly, just like any other human being. So I loved how you brought that in. So beautifully done, Matthias. So from all our hearts to you, many, many, many congratulations. May your wings spread widely. That's my prayer, though. I know sometimes you're like, oh, not too many people. May your wings spread widely to whoever needs to find your magic. Thank you so, 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 so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, Ragnar. Thanks to the Vitality Living College community
Mm,
as well. Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So, guys, those of you who watched, give us a hashtag live below if you watched it live, and give us a hashtag replay below if you watched the replay. And if you know you want to be in touch with Matthias, just put ME down and we'll get you in touch with him if you want to chat about what's going on for you, whether it's social anxiety or perfectionism or anger or performance anxiety, all the themes that he touched on. And you know, what is great about Matthias is he's a working example. So he's living his own truth and he's being his truthful himself. So he's not here to kind of teach you as an expert, but he's here to say, look, I have been there. I have done the work, and in some areas I'm still working on it. And I can partner with you, collaborate with you to take you where you would like to go. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.